My infant son has viral pneumonia, and I'm terrified he may die. My son was born 3 months premature. He had heart surgery at 2 pounds. He was in the NICU for the first 4 months of his life. My wife and I finally get to take him home last month, and now he's on a ventilator fighting for his life. He's our only child, and my wife can't have another due to complications. She almost died having him. He's all I have. All my family is dead, or estranged from me. My friends either don't have time for me, or don't know how to help. I'm losing my mind. If he dies, I won't be able to live with it. I feel completely alone. I don't have anyone to talk to. I alternate between sobbing alone in my truck and feeling completely dead inside. My fucked up brain keeps running to the worst case scenario. Nothing in my 44 years of life has hurt this bad. I just want my happy baby back. Thanks for hearing me out. I hate that my boyfriend did the absolute bare minimum last night, and I feel like the luckiest girlfriend ever. Okay, so I, 29F, have had shitty relationships my whole life. I don't want to get into it, but essentially all of my exes have abused me in at least one way until my dad intervened and helped me into therapy and such. 3 months ago I dated someone for the first time in 4 years, and he seems like a really good guy in the first solid, healthy relationship I've been in. Last night he was making us dinner and was getting pretty stressed considering he had a rough day at work, and I decided to try and help and drain the pasta he had boiling, but I accidentally burned myself and dropped it on the floor. When he came in, I barreled into like 50 different apologies, and he got really upset and started yelling about how he didn't ask me to help and now he's gonna have to put more pasta on it. It's gonna mess up the consistency of the sauce he made. I froze and got really overwhelmed and had some sort of little episode, and I ended up just putting my face in my hands and crying. Once he realized I was crying, he stopped, and I got the sense he immediately felt bad, and he said hey and then told me I'm sorry. That was out of line, and then he came over and hugged me and kept repeating I'm sorry and you didn't deserve that. After a moment he wiped my tears with his sleeve and got me a glass of water and told me why don't I go play my Switch for a bit while he cleaned up and finished making dinner. I said okay and went into the next room to calm down for a bit. After a while he told me it was ready, and I told him I was sorry for spilling the pasta, and he cut me off and said it was an accident and he had no reason to get so upset and he was sorry. We ate and it was really nice, and then we went to bed and cuddled while we watched a movie and fell asleep. After he did that, I felt like I hit the jackpot and I am dating the best guy ever, and he was going above and beyond as a boyfriend. However, today I was thinking about it and he apologized for yelling at me. He did the bare minimum. I know a lot of guys don't do the bare minimum, but fuck, I really hate that was my gut reaction to him doing that, and I almost feel scared that I'll be taken advantage of at some point with that immediate mindset. Just wanted to tell someone. Kinda mad at myself, but whatever. My parents are American evangelicals who believe in the rapture so hard they never saved for retirement. So what happens when Dad, who is now in his mid-70s and cannot work because he is in poor health related to bad life choices, and Mom, who as a dutiful wife never worked outside the home, can't pay for their food? Up until the last few years my parents made 6 figures with almost no overhead, and yet they decided to bury it all in their lifestyle with little to show for it. Dad was so proud that he had such faith that he would be raptured and never need to worry about retirement, and now his wife is going to be likely out in the cold. My brother lives in their basement, but that is the reason the rest of us stay away since his wife divorced him and took their 7 kids after he was caught trying to cheat on her with a 14-year-old girl who turned out to be 4 guys with cameras. I'm so glad I left their religion 20 years ago. Got engaged and my best friend is telling me to not wear my ring. I, 24F, got engaged to my BF, 25 meters, of 8 years on Sunday. The ring is exactly what I dreamed of and I love it. It's a thin, gold band with a pear-shaped diamond. My best friend, 24F, seemed disgusted when I showed her my ring. The first thing she said was, "Oh, you wanted a rock, bet that was a solid 5-10K. I told her I don't know the exact price. For context, she is married, twice now, and the guy she's currently married to, they've only been together for 1 year. Her ring is a lot smaller than mine, not that it matters, but maybe to her it does, but still very pretty in my opinion. They're also moving into her parents' basement at the end of the month, which she has said is causing a lot of stress/arguments between them, so maybe she's just in a bitter mood. But what she said next frustrated me. She told me I would be too scared to wear that anywhere, you probably shouldn't wear it out in public or do anything while wearing it in case you break it, and I'd be too scared to even do housework wearing that ring because I'd totally break it. She never once made a positive comment. Just talked about the dollar value and that I shouldn't wear it because I will break it. This is separate, but I've also noticed she's been gradually becoming more and more passive-aggressive/rude towards me lately. My fiancé thinks it's a jealousy issue. Am I overreacting? Like, part of me feels as if I might be, but I also am hurt that she never made a positive comment, plus when she got engaged and showed me her ring I was nothing but ecstatic for her. I love being a girl. I transitioned 10 years ago and I'm just so much happier. Being a girl is way better, it's not even close. I love my long hair, I love how my tummy is both soft and toned. I love the little bit of pudge on my thighs that wasn't there before. I love how my chest bounces as I walk down the stairs. I love the clip-clop of my heels. I love how my hips sway when I walk. I love pretty dresses and fun crop tops and comfy leggings and sexy tights. I love how nobody says my voice sounds gay anymore. I love how I can sit with my legs crossed at the thigh like I always have without some kid in class going, "Dude, do you always sit like that?" I love not having to hide my emotions or try to act more masculine. I love being able to hug my friends and spill the tea about how, "Oh my god, he didn't. What a loser." I love not having that awful thing between my legs anymore. I hated it so much. I love how much bigger and stronger than me my boyfriend is. I love his toned traps and arms, his muscular chest, his beautiful blue eyes, his scruffy beard, and his totally unfair absolute dump truck of a butt. It's so curvy it's not fair. I love his kinky tattoo and how self-helpy he is and how he lights up when I tell him what I'm working on in IFS. I love how he picks me up and carries me in his arms. I love how he stares at me and runs his eyes up and down my body and says, "You're so hot." I love how he touches me. I love how he rolls up his sleeves and crosses his arms at me just to watch me get all flustered. Being a girl is so awesome.